How's things, chicken wings? On here once again with another cut from the notorious DLC. Last time we tried a few of the more straightforward DLC critters, the giraffe and the smiley-don, so I think this time we're going to lead off with something a little bit weirder. Namely, our old buddy from the 100-year mark, Homo erectus. Homo erectus is a little bit different from most of your critters. You will only have one of them at any given time, and it will always be the same one, because Homo erectus cannot mate. Yes, it's a sausage party out there for Homo erectus, no ladies to be had. Sausage, erectus. That went to a somewhat unfortunate place, so let's move along. The base stats, as you can see, are pretty respectable, except in life, but of course, since we cannot change generations, we cannot pass on any permanent stat gains to future generations. Because, well, again, there won't be any future generations. Also, the Homo erectus has a soft cap that's considerably less lenient than even the 100-year one for every other kind of critter. Reason being, at around 55, its stats start to decline, and by the time it gets to be around 60, it's going to have 0 hunger, which is not real conducive to further survival. So, I guess this time we're just gonna aim for around 65 years, and if we can get any further than that on life restoration or whatever, all the better. Let's give it a shot. Operation Captain Caveman, begin. Well, I've spent a little time with Mr. Erectus here, and I've noticed a few things. First of all, his 3-hit combo is nice and fast. I like that. His dodge/dash is a little bit rubbish. Rather short, but at least you have good stamina, so you can do a bunch of them. And, one thing to keep in mind whenever you're playing any critter that can't mate, which includes the ibos as well as the Homo erectus, is that unless a challenge calls for it, you should usually avoid marking. Because, well, once you've staked out an area, you will never lose control over it because you're never going to change generations. So once you've marked out a whole area, you're not going to be able to mark it out again. You will have to find a different area if you have to do a marking challenge or claim a territory, and eventually you're going to run out of territory. Look at that walk cycle. Now then, I wonder if the Homo erectus can equip any items, because in previous playing I don't know that I ever... Well, actually, in previous playing I didn't have the DLC, so, I definitely haven't. Yeah, looks like he can wear a pretty normal range of caps, at least. Mafioso caveman. Now that would be interesting, everything thinking I was a rabbit. That's pretty good. The headlamp's functional, so we don't want to use that up. Shower crown's kinda classy. Gas mask, we don't want to use that up. Kendo mask. Well, that would make eating a little difficult. Oh, dear me. Now, kingly mane won't be any good because we can't reproduce. I kinda like being the Power Ranger. We'll stick with that. I can equip the neckwear, too. Looks like, old Mr. Erectus here is not particularly, constrained with respect to the items he can put on. We could have a little cape with our, Power Ranger outfit. That might not be a bad idea. Technology might be a good pairing with the Sentai look. Yeah, we'll go with that. Shirts. Wow, I really expected the humanoids to be a lot more restrained with what they could wear. But no, it looks like they have proper texturing and modeling and everything for most of the gear. That's good to know. Not too much that's looking like... Okay, that would be a very silly fit with the Sentai look. That's different. They all look like wrestling singlets on this guy. Ooh, that's right, we had the chick power suit. I'll have to take a chick into survival mode at some point again and give that another try. Well, I suppose the pet clothes are as good as anything, and we have quite a few of them, so we'll go with that. And can we put shoes on our caveman? Oh my god, look at those. Yep, you can wear them and they all look completely ridiculous. I think the kitty, not the killing paws, the kitty paws look the silliest and nothing really matches with the Power Ranger outfit anyway. Well, I suppose that kind of matches the mask color-wise, but you know what? I want the kitty paws. Let's go for silly. I'm not 100% sure if our proto-human pal here is size 3 or 4. I'm gonna guess it's 3, because size 4 is things like lions and tigers and what have you. And I know he's not size 5, first because that would be ridiculous for a human, and also because I have sewer access. And my access to other things like fire escapes and what have you didn't seem to be restricted either. So while we are on a very tight lifespan, and I don't know how important it's going to be, at least we can go anywhere we need to. Well, there's my boss rank, which to the best of my knowledge has absolutely no effect when you can't mate. Uh-oh. Well, fortunately, the Homo erectus is a pretty solid ass-kicker, so that went a little better than it might have were I a less capable fighter. Nevertheless, I want to clean kill that particular panther if I could, and indeed I could. Something else I've noticed is that Homo erectus seems to take rather small bites. Like, even out of a chicken, I think it took 2 bites to consume it. And that can be handy because each bite you take does reduce your toxicity and increase your hunger. See what I mean? Takes 2 bites just to finish off a rabbit, and that's one of the smallest critters in the game. Other than that, I will say I do find Homo erectus kind of freeing to play, just because if you don't need to mate, then you don't have to worry about marking or the particulars of generation changes. You just kind of do your thing. You can go wherever the challenges require, or wherever happens to be the most food, and just concentrate on getting to that 65-year mark. Yep, that would indicate size 3. If it were size 4, I could have killed that croc, but no such luck. Something must be going on here. Ah, Master of Disguise. That would be the retriever with the bunny beanie. Couldn't hurt to get another of those if I can. If I can figure out which of these zillion dots is the retriever. Well, let's try the left path first. There will be plenty to eat here, even if it tends to run away rather quickly as soon as it spots me. Even though there's really not the usual purpose to eating everything I run across, it does mean that there's a good chance, or a better chance, of any given critter dropping consumables. And once I get to that 65-year mark where food doesn't matter anymore, the only thing that can possibly help me is health restoration items. I'm slipping in a Dogenzaka, which means I'm going to be in the wrong place. No reinforcements. Oh no, we're not gonna have a Zerg rush of Lycaon again. I will have no part of it. Yep, pretty lethal. But then again, from our Century adventures, we kind of knew that, didn't we? And the event, I believe, is still going on, so I can concentrate on finding the Retriever now that I know the left direction is not where it's going to be hiding out. Stop for a snack every now and then. And while, as I observed, the Homo erectus is pretty lethal, there is one thing that I'm a little concerned about, and that's that one lousy break with a predator getting up in my shit could be the end of it, because I can never have any siblings, which means I can never fall back on the rest of the family if something kills me. A little bottled water never hurts, good for the tox. Oh wow, rabbits are full of prizes. Now, it's gonna be so dense over here, the Retriever's gotta be around here somewhere. Somewhere. Somewhere? Oh, there he is. Wow, he was a lot easier this time. So once I bite him open, I'll have a spare bunny beanie. Very nice. Another nice thing about being unable to reproduce is that there's never any point to saving a hearty chicken breast. You're never going to have anyone else's hunger meter to increase, so might as well increase yours right here and now. Here is Aerial Gardens, should your travels ever need to take you there. We are now back in Shibuya Station, where hyenas are picking through scraps. If memory serves here, that means there's going to be a lot of rotten food around. What I don't remember is whether or not there was a hyena boss. I know we've seen this event before, but if there was a boss, I think I might have been a grazer and couldn't eat the hyena boss. I have no idea if this was something that actually happened, or if my memory is making shit up. The latter is always a possibility. But I'm going to look around and see if I can't find a hyena boss, maybe in the same area we found the Retriever boss last time we were in the station. Nope, not around here. It's quite toxic here. But if I recall correctly, the water pools in Shibuya Station can never go bad, so that at least is something that'll improve my hunger and my toxicity a little bit. Provided, of course, I don't forget how to get to them. So, lots of scraps, but I haven't actually seen any hyenas yet. Wow, yeah, toxicity is just skyrocketing here. Alright, I don't think there are any actual hyenas in the hyenas picking through scraps, so, never mind. We now must claim some jackal territory, and that is going to take us back to Shibuya Station. That is a happening place this run. Well, I'm not too far off, and actually I accidentally marked 2 of the flags there back in the beginning of the run, so I'll only have to mark 2 of them now. Once again, another advantage to playing a critter that never mates. And I think that is our first sign that we're headed into Jackal Country. I don't expect this to be too tough, because we can almost certainly take a pretty good number of jackals if we have to, but all the same, I'm going to try and get through this without too much fighting. I do, however, have an animal defeat and calorie challenge active, So I am going to want to have some food whenever I can. Matter of fact, how am I doing on those? Still quite a bit to do. So maybe I will antagonize the jackals. Why not? As long as they don't go into Zerg Rush mode and start calling for help constantly, I think I'll probably be okay. Well, there are two running off to my right there that are going to call for help, so that could be bad. On the bright side, they're largely distracted by a sheep carcass, so that helps matters. Guys are a little clueless, aren't you? Well, I'm fairly certain that improved the status of my kill and calorie challenges quite a bit. Let's improve it a little more. How are we doing now? Wow, we've got the calorie challenge one almost done already. That even hasn't been active very long. You are not a jackal, but you are just as What the hell? The dead sheep tried to run away! I have never seen that. That is magical. And I am so glad I caught it on camera for you all. Oh, that is gonna be a highlight of my day. Alright, fine, you can leave. Yeah, I do not see the whole jackal situation becoming any kind of problem here. So getting those kills is probably gonna be no biggie. Getting the calories has certainly become much easier than anticipated. There it is. So all I'm gonna have to do is mark these other two flags, and I'll be golden. Then I can focus myself on the killing. That is one nice thing about that really short jump, or a really short dash, is that when you dash cancel out of a kill animation, you get control over yourself back really quickly. Alright, I think we may have completely wiped out the local jackal population. I can now no longer use Shibuya Station for any territory or marking challenges, but such is life. Little health never hurts. What do we still have to do? 11 more animals. Pretty good amount of victims here in the shop district. I think I'll head off and do that. Uh-oh. Oh wow, piece of cake. Yep. Early man, not to be trifled with. Interesting that sometimes they're real easy to stun and sometimes not so much. I wonder if it has anything to do with their awareness of you, but that's just a guess. Oh dear, too many tigers. 2 tigers is too many. One nice thing is that we're small enough to hide for the first time in a while. The giraffe wasn't, and the Smilodon was. Oh dear. Well, it's just this one right now, so I can take him. There's a lot of meat on a tiger too, so that should drop my toxicity. Oh, hi. I didn't expect things to work out quite that way, but I'll take it. Wow, we are over 26,000 calories above the boss rank threshold. That's kind of impressive in its modest way. Are we done with tigers? Oh, that one's gone rotten. What can I get rid of? Stamina jerky's not real important. I'm just staying here because the next challenge set should be kicking in soon. We'll see what's on that. Is this more tigers? Nope, just hyenas. I can handle them. Ooh, did I just see marked 10 times? That's a little bit troubling. That means I'm going to have to take a lot of flags out of play just for that one challenge. But I'm gonna keep trying to complete them, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, there goes another flying corpse. Twice in one game. I wonder if something about the unusual mechanics of the Homo erectus makes that more likely to happen. There goes another one. I don't even know where that one's gonna end up. Uh-oh. We are 54 and the ravages of age have begun to assert themselves. And it's gonna be more and more difficult to keep ourselves fed right up until that dreaded year 60-ish runs around, and we can no longer eat at all. Well, we can eat, it just won't do any good. I do have a few pet medicines, though. Oh, that's not gonna help me any. Stun, why don't you? Finally. And the other lion looks like it's gonna... Oh, nope, it's gonna fight after all. For a moment I thought it was running away from me. Well, at least there's gonna be plenty to eat here for a while. Well, thank you for that charge shot, giving me enough time to get out of the way there. This may all end up being worth it if that's a decent pickup. What shall I get rid of? We'll eat the crappy food. Well, that wasn't entirely a good trade, but whatever. Well, I am now 60 years old and I have 0 stomach capacity. Food no longer has any meaning to me, but for reducing my toxicity. And my health is going to be constantly draining because I am starving, no matter how much I eat. I do have a couple pet medicines, so I might be able to squeeze 1 or 2 more years out, but I'm really not expecting much more than that. Let's see, we've got 1 medium and 1 small. Well, might as well use the little one first. All this food is not going to do me any good unless I just need to bring my tox down. Thought I had more medicine than that, but clearly I am mistaken. Or was mistaken. I am no longer mistaken. Alright. Unless I can find some more caveman drugs, I am going to be SOL pretty damn soon. Yeah, there's really nothing that's going to keep me alive any longer here. We will go down murdering lion cubs. I can think of worse ways to exit the world. They can't even chew on my corpse. Because proto-humans are inedible, as we have discovered. Well, that was kind of fun. It's really not difficult at all to hit the soft cap because the Homo erectus, as I mentioned, is a solid fighter, and you don't have to worry about changing generations. Your level's really not important. It's just kind of a chance to cut loose, kick some ass, and scarf down everything that's in front of you. Well then, that is going to be our unusual DLC critter for the day. Let's try one out that's a little more along the normal lines. And we were just a predator, so maybe a grazer this time. Oh, and I should add there are a few critters that I am not going to bother with. The Silky Terrier is not that different from a Pomeranian. The Fat Cat is just a cat that's a little slower and tankier than a standard one. And the Palette Swap Poms are just Poms with very slight statistical differences. So yeah, the Palette Swaps and the Silky, I really don't see any need to play them. Of course, if you feel differently, feel free to let me know. So, what's it gonna be? I think I will be the Panda. The Panda is actually unique in one respect. If I am not mistaken, it is the only size 4 grazer. So let's take it out for a spin. Operation Bamboo Cutter, begin. If only it were that easy to get pandas to mate in real life. And I have to say, even though it was nice to not have to worry about such things for a while, it is nice to have a brother again. Well, 10 years in and there really hasn't been a whole lot to report about the panda. It's pretty much a bear, but it's a grazer instead of a carnivore. Still goes in the dog bucket, mind you. Dash is short, and we don't have a lot of stamina, but it does give me a nice little speed boost. And I'm thinking, I haven't really been in any dire straits thus far, but I'm thinking size 4 is going to be pretty good for a grazer. Lets us handle the largest possible range of potential predators without losing too much in the way of mobility. Which reminds me, I never really had a chance to unlock the shortcut from Shibuya Suburbs to Shibuya Station, which is probably going to bite me in the ass, but maybe I'll get a chance to do it later. Food availability, by the way, has been really good. You need to stop trying charge shots and attempt the quick kill on me. And don't hit my brothers. I said don't hit my brothers. Come on, go for the kill. Now you're gonna make me fight you, aren't you? Alright, if that's how it's gonna be, then that's how it's gonna be. They're about to take that charge shot, which, oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance my family's gonna survive this encounter. And I'm not sure it's gonna work out too well for me either. Well, the lion doesn't seem to want to stun, but on the bright side, his health's almost halfway down, so we can probably beat him the hard way. Hopefully. But not if things keep happening quite like that. That's right, bro. Kick his ass. And I see that one of my brothers has indeed passed away. 2 of my brothers have passed away. Oh, now you try the quick kill. Just in time for me to interrupt it. Okay, this is taking a bad turn. Time to get some medicine in me. Much better. If you're just gonna sit there swinging, I'm gonna have some fruit. Oh, not in time. Thought I would... Oh, jeez. Keep forgetting that the big cats have a dash. Well, that was completely not worth it. And you know what that means. Time to console myself with some wacky clothes. Yeah, we got high tops to spare. We'll keep those on. Yeah, we haven't worn the Demon Lord. We'll do that. What have we got plenty of? Oh, to go with our high top kicks. Might as well wear the hip-hop bandana. And, we have lots of antennae, so we'll go for a completely mismatched look. Well, I've pissed off some lions, so the panda run might end up being kind of short. Don't call nobody, Junior. My toxicity is also climbing. And I just used what I believe is my only pet medicine, so things are kind of bad all around right now. I could also do with it generation change if I can get away with it. Use some of that stamina to... Oh, and my toxicity is critical again. That is super. What is it with sliding corpses today? Ah, nuts. Well, that'll improve the toxicity situation slightly. And with some jerky, I can hopefully get away long enough to have access to that nest right there. Because if not, I am in a world of trouble. Unless this has something good in it. Pet medicine, just what I need. And what is the situation with that lion? It seems stuck... Oh, okay. Now the caution is dropping. Good. If I kind of creep along here, then hopefully I can get at that nest without attracting its attention, and it looks like it's gonna work. Well, that was quite the pullback from the brink. Not a big inheritance, but I'm not dead. Oh, crap. Oh, I should have got that counter. Yeah, that's it. You two distract each other. I'm moving on. And should you ever need to know, here is the yakisoba stand. And to get the last challenge for this tier, I need to get a generation change done in a fairly short amount of time. Let's go ahead and use that Primo Jerky so I can get this business done a little faster and hopefully pull it off. Ah! I think this is it for me. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting out of this alive. Well, things started out pretty good for the Panda Dynasty, but... Oh, that's right, I have siblings. What am I thinking about? Counted myself out before I was actually out. Don't have time to be picky about my mate, I just need to move. Got 1 year to get to that nest. Can he make it? No time for your crap, Wolf. Got enough time to grab a present here. Certainly need to restore my consumables a little. And he makes it. Gonna lose a sibling for that, but hey. Getting the challenge was a little more important to me. I've had a Flawless run so far, and didn't want to drop it there. What does my next block look like? I'm gonna have to claim some territory, but I cannot know where it is. Alright, well, I'll just continue along on my way and hope things come together for me. Not good. Let's see if I can't leave her in the dust by just running away while she's charge-shotting. Of course, I want a Mark II, which will not help in that goal. Can't get a clean kill attempt on me. And where's that elephant territory? Oh, have to head back to Yoyogi Park East. Super. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work. I could get myself to some kind of grass that would provide a reasonable bit of cover in the moment. I'm not too large to use grass. It's another thing about size 4. Again, you are somewhat formidable. You are somewhat formidable, but you are not so large that you can't get a... Okay. We've got lots of big cats around. And we are now heading into the elephant territory. Yoyogi Park East is a nice big area, and that may help me to slink around without attracting too much pachydermal attention. And I think with pachydermal I have once again made up a word. But that's okay, I'm going to cling on to tigrine. Ooh, that's no good. Ever so annoying when they hover around the flags. It's also quite annoying when my minimap is not working because of inclement weather. Oh, also my toxicity's going up and about to hit 100, so that's cool too. And there's the toxicity kicking in. I think this challenge... Oh, shit. Yeah, I think this challenge is gonna be where things go off the rails for me. But I've thought I've been down before. Who knows? Oh, wow. That was kind of scary. What have I got in terms of consumables? I do have some medicine, so that's good. Wow, they're fast. Okay, that is worrying. Okay, my health, my toxicity, and my hunger are all in a bad situation, so I will get a little of that hunger back, get a little of that tox back, a little of that health, a little bit of everything. Will I have an opportunity to get this flag? I think I shall. I'd really love to get that present up there, but I don't think that's gonna happen without me attracting some very unwelcome attention. Now I gotta get that last flag, and they keep patrolling around it. Yeah, go ahead and have a drink of water. Might as well while I have the opportunity. Creep so I don't make water noises, and... Ah, shit. Alright, sorry dude, gonna have to sacrifice you. And I've done it. How about that? I'm still a rookie, so generation change options are not going to be too impressive, and there is pretty much no way I'm going to pull off any of these other challenges, so I guess I'll just try to stay alive at this point. Have I got any jerky? I've got shitty jerky. I could always drop into the underground, but I know me, if I drop into the underground I could get so lost I'll never make it out again. Wait, does this go into the sewers? Yeah, I think it does. Well, that might not be a terrible way to go. Now, hopefully I can get my hands on something that'll drop my toxicity a bit. Oh, there's some food off to the west, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Forgot all about that bedroll. Okay, should be good for a while now. Well, there hasn't been a whole lot to report in Pandaland. Except that I cannot catch a break lately. Things were very much in my favor early in the run, but wow, in recent years I just can never find food, I can never find any place that I'm not choking on poison smog. Fortunately, the predator situation hasn't been that crowded, but there's just been nothing to keep me alive either. I've been having to take naps and do generation changes at rookie level just to keep from dying. And it appears I am not even going to get to do that kind of thing right now because the mate there is prime. Well, we'll keep on keeping on. Well, I am dying of hunger, I am almost dying of toxicity, I've got a bedroll and I may have to use it. Yeah, there are wolves in front of me, I'm not taking any chances. Won't help with my hunger any, but at least it'll drop the toxicity and give me a little daylight. Tiny bit of hunger from the pond there. And once again, I may end up having to generation change just to, nah, you know what, they're too far away. I'm gonna keep going. Ooh, and Yamanote Line East has lots of food. Hopefully some of it'll actually be edible. Well, there is food in this area finally, but there are also predators everywhere. Whoa, holy shit. I'm glad they aren't after me. This jerk, on the other hand. Oh wow, they are after me now. And my brother's dead. Yeah, wow, what started as a promising run for the first couple of areas turned into the RNG just bending me over the couch and having its way with me. I am surrounded by pretty much everything. Don't know if I'll... Okay, will my hide actually... No, my hide will not work. Imagine that. Well, I'm eating a shroom anyway, fuck it. Oh, awesome. You know, I think my whole life is lions lately. Just nothing but lions. Lions and poison. I'm not real sure how I'm gonna get out of this one. Perhaps because I'm not. Oh my god, are they actually gonna fall for this? They were looking right at me when I went into the grass. Oh, for a moment it looked like it was gonna work out. Well, I should know better. Welp. Took a real long time to acknowledge me as actually dead. I got killed so hard that the game couldn't even recognize what happened for a moment there. Yeah, that plentiful food in the first decade or so was, apparently placed just to lure me into a sense of false confidence, because I have never, I think, had fortunes that consistently bad throughout an entire survival run. That was just a disaster. Ah well. We've got a few more critters left to do, but I think I'm going to save some of them for next time. So I think that's going to be enough Omake for today. As always, I thank you very much for coming along with me. And if you're going to be following my blind run of High Seas Havoc, that's going to be the next thing I upload, so I hope I'll be seeing you over there. In the meantime, take care, and be good to you. Today's sad pandas have been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Charlie Dunst, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Mechasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, August Fortnight, Patrick Bellinger, Rob Lyons, Andy Kurland, Jarogue, Martin Schallenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argelmach, and the rest of the very generous tribe. Thank you all very, very much. It continues to be a huge help keeping me afloat through a rather trying time, and it just kinda gives me a warm fuzzy knowing you enjoy my output enough to actually throw some money at it. Thanks as well to all commenters, subscribers, and watchers. I appreciate you all very much as well. And I will hopefully see you for the rest of the Omake and the further adventures of Havoc. I'll be looking forward to it.